It was a sort of wonderful weekend, sitting in trance, but this my connection came through so strong. He talked through me for 40 minutes at a stretch, completely fluent, produced sketches, lots of evidential type work that was done. But the most amazing thing that came out of it, that the sketches, he had actually signed the sketches, which we now know is William Blake, which I would hope that people would know that name, and it's worth checking him out. He's a very famous and profound English poet and an artist. But on the bottom of it, as well as signing the pieces of art, he had actually written on the name Feltham, which is a place name, and dated it as 1802 on the pieces that had done. We didn't know where Feltham was. As far as we were concerned, we were in Bognor Regis doing this trance. And it wasn't until the following day that when we did some digging around, realised actually we weren't in Bognor Regis. Remember, I'd been there before. It was the hotel that we were staying at, although they say that it's in Bognor Regis. It isn't. It's in a little village outside called Feltham. Well, okay, fine. I may have subconsciously known that. But did another track into the Feltham Parish Council records, and we found that William Blake had actually stayed there, left London and stayed there for 4 years during 1800 and 1804. And during that weekend, he had talked about his connection with the place, and we found all the evidence coming from it. So it is very much an area we're excited about and one to watch.
Definitely. Well, I've been expanding the psychic art and doing workshops, but also workshops with children. And it's very interesting to see the kind of work that kiddies come out with. It's amazing how intuitive they are. When they're just encouraged and given a little bit of guidance and some paint, it's amazing how much they open up. You'll be able to see some of the children's work on our Creative Kids section on the website. It also leads you onto the children's workshop section that I do, either as a group or as a one-to-one. We basically concentrate on the 7 colours of the chakra, and we produce work for each one based on that colour. I also bring in things like the musical notes and meditation as well, and so far I've had really good results with it. I'm really pleased. I've been taking lots of pictures, and if you do want to meet the Creative Kids, there are some on the Creative Kids section. That kind of also leads me on to, I'm really taking the psychic art to the children at the moment. They're very easy for me to work with. I really just enjoy their company. And I had also kind of written this short story about a year ago, which was like a children's story. It's called The Witch Who Brought Peace to the Village of Humbug, and you can find it again on the website in the Creative Kids section. There's a short story section in there. It's just a nice story about how one person can make a difference in the world, and how important it is to help Mother Nature and our planet. And I encourage people to have a read of that with their children, because it's very easy, very short bedtime story. I'm currently working on more illustrations for it. It's not just the children that enjoy the art. We do workshops for adults as well. I think Chris has actually got one in Milton Keynes in July, so anybody who is interested in doing workshops with us, just have a look on our events and workshop section on the website, or alternatively just drop us an email and to inquire what's up and coming, and we may be able to accommodate you in some way.
Yeah, I mean the workshop that is coming up in July will be a 2-day workshop that I'll be doing in Milton Keynes, and it will be an exploration from doing energy work, as Frankie had said before, some of the inspirational pieces that have been done. We use water an awful lot. I may on one piece of artwork I might use a couple of litres of water, and it's amazing. Building your energy up will actually affect how that water is flowing. And if you're putting in coloured inks, etc., you obviously get and once it's dry, you've got this fantastic background to be able to work onto. It's things like that we'll be exploring. I'll also be doing going through the sort of mediumistic sketchbook that I talked about before. This left hand drawing, or your opposite hand, you actually use for drawing and doing readings, and giving people tips on the best way of trying to connect in and getting a strong connection with your spirit control. And we are actually, I'm very fortunate that the person that's actually organising this event is actually one of the UK's best trance mediums, and we've decided to spend a little time on the Sunday to encourage people to try out the trance art side, just combining the artistic work with the trance again, and as well as myself being there. There will also be, I said, a top trance medium as well that will be helping. So that's a July date that's coming up in the UK. But they're always good fun. It is, although it's a serious business, it's always treated fairly light-hearted, and the whole idea is sort of big play school for adults, really.